Good morning, dear students. This is also the remaining part of the lesson first, or letter to God, from the book First Flight. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. अगले रविवार को लेंचो पहले के बजाय कुछ जल्दी यह पूछने के लिए आ गया कि क्या उसके लिए कोई पत्र है, कोई पत्र आया है। तो खुद डाकिया ने ही उसे वह पत्र सुपुर्द किया, जबकि पोस्ट मास्टर एक उस व्यक्ति की संतुष्टि को अनुभव करते हुए, जिस व्यक्ति ने अच्छा कर्म किया हो, तो अच्छा कर्म करने वाले उस व्यक्ति के संतोष का अनुभव करते हुए पोस्ट मास्टर अपने ऑफिस से देखता रहा। लेंचो showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. लेंचो ने पैसे को देखकर थोड़ा सा भी आश्चर्य नहीं दिखलाया, थोड़ा सा भी विस्मय नहीं दिखलाया, आश्चर्य नहीं दिखलाया। ऐसा ईश्वर में उसका विश्वास था, कॉन्फिडेंस था। लेकिन जब उसने पैसे की गिनती की तो वह क्रोधित हो गया। उसने सोचा कि ईश्वर कोई गलती कर ही नहीं सकते हैं, और ना ही उसे आज तक जो उसने प्रार्थना की है, निवेदन किया है, उससे ईश्वर ने आज तक इनकार किया है। इनकार भी नहीं कर सकते हैं और ना कोई गलती कर सकते हैं। Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink on the public writing table. He started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lencho. शीघ्र ही लेंचो पेपर और इंक मांगने के लिए खिड़की के पास आया और सार्वजनिक लिखने के मेज़ पर उसने लिखना आरंभ किया। अपने विचार को अभिव्यक्त करने के प्रयास जो वह करता था, उस प्रयास के कारण त्योड़ियाँ चढ़ाकर, रिंकलिंग ऑफ हिज ब्राउ, माने अपनी त्योड़ियाँ चढ़ाकर उसने पत्र लिखना शुरू किया। जब उसने पत्र लिखने का काम पूरा किया तो वह टिकट खरीदने के लिए खिड़की के पास गया, जिस टिकट को उसने चाट कर और अपने मुक्के की चोट से मारकर लिफाफे पर इसे चिपकाया, यानी टिकट को चिपकाया। जिस क्षण पत्र मेल बॉक्स में, डाक पत्र पेटी में गिरा, उसी क्षण पोस्टमास्टर इसे खोलने के लिए गया और इस पत्र में लिखा था कि हे ईश्वर, जितने पैसे की मैंने मांग की थी उन पैसों में से मात्र 70 पैसे मेरे पास पहुँचे हैं। बाकी पैसे मुझे अवश्य भेज दो, क्योंकि मुझे इसकी बहुत ज़रूरत है, सख्त ज़रूरत है। लेकिन मेरे पास डाक से इसे मत भेजना, क्योंकि पोस्ट ऑफिस के कर्मचारी बेईमानों का एक दल है। आपका लेंचो। Dear students, now I try to answer the question, was Lencho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? Lencho was not surprised to find a letter for him with money in it, because he had so much faith and confidence in God that he showed not even the slightest surprise. What made him angry? When Lencho found only 70 pesos, not 100, the amount he had asked for, he got angry. He thought God could neither deny nor make a mistake. It must be the post office employees who had cheated him. Who had cheated him. That's why he wrote in the second letter to God to send him the remaining money, but not by post, as the post office employees were a bunch of crooks. Now, there are some questions in thinking about the text. Who does Lencho have complete faith in? Which sentences in the story tell you this? Lencho had full faith in the help of God. The following sentences in the story tell us about it. Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything. even what is deep in one's conscience. Again, Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money in the envelope. Such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. Why does the postmaster send money to Lencho? Why does he sign the letter God? The postmaster was impressed by Lencho's faith in God. In order not to shake Lencho's faith in God, he decided to reply the letter. But when he read the letter, he realized that he needed more than ink and pen and goodwill. In the letter, Lencho had requested God to send 100 pesos. He needed the money earnestly to sow the crop that had been completely ruined by the hailstorm, and also to feed his family until the next crop. The postmaster stuck to his resolution to help and reply Lencho's letter, so he collected money from his colleagues and his friends as an act of charity. He himself contributed, gave a part of his salary, but could collect only 70 pesos, not 100. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature, God, implying that none else but God was sending him the money. Did Lencho try to find out who had sent the money to him? Why or why not? No, I don't think he even tried to find out who had sent the money. He had full faith and confidence in God. He thought none else but God Himself must have sent the money. Who does Lencho think has taken the rest of the money? What is the irony in the situation? Remember that the irony of a situation is an unexpected aspect of it. An ironic situation is strange or amusing because it is the opposite of what is expected. The Lencho thought that the post office employees had cheated him by taking out 30 pesos from the envelope, for God could not have made a mistake, nor He could have denied him what he had requested. The kind-hearted post office employees who contributed a part of their hard earned money to help Lencho so that his faith in God is not shaken, are blamed by him to have cheated him. Isn't it irony of a situation? The persons who should have been praised for their kindness and charity are being called a bunch of crooks. Hmm, are there people? Are there people like Lenzo in the real world? What kind of a person would you say he is? You may select appropriate words from the box to answer the question. I think there are very rare people like Lenzo in the real world. I consider Lenzo is too naive and ignorant. He is so ignorant uh, to be believed. Yeah, he is ignorant. He is too ignorant to be believed. He is not stupid, for he knows how to write and read and what his requirements are. What his requirements are. He is not comic, but naive. For he does not know one cannot do correspondence with God through post office. One can only pray to God for help. He is neither greedy nor selfish, for he asks for only 100 pesos, just significant to sow his fields and feed his family till the next crop. This, of course, is his paternal duty. He seems to be ungrateful, for he doesn't think the post office employees for helping him. Again, he seems to be ungrateful, for he doesn't thank the post office employees for helping him. But the fact is, he never knows that they have helped him. His unquestioning faith in God makes him believe that God and no one else has sent him the money he had asked for. There are two kinds of conflicts in the story between humans and nature and between humans themselves. How are these conflicts illustrated? The first conflict is between humans and nature. Lenchu and his sons have worked very hard to grow the crops. They are expecting a good harvest, but nature's cruel hands in the form of hailstorm ruin their crop completely. All their labor goes waste. The second conflict is between the humans themselves. The postmaster, his friends, and his employees contribute a part of their hard earned money to help Lenzo, who is unaware of this act of charity and blames them for cheating. Instead of thanking them for their kindness and generosity, he blames them for cheating him and called him a bunch of crooks. Thanks.